So, hello, Dr. Wu. This is Team 4, and we're presenting the $300 house project. And the group members of this group is Alejandro, Brenda, and Josh. So, on the first sheet, we'll be discussing materials list. The second sheet, will be discussing the cost. The third will be initial designs, SketchUp, and Revit. The fourth will be the poster, and fifth will be the reflection of us three, like what we thought of about the project and if we were to do it all over again. So we knew that our budget had to be low, like it had to be 300 people, $300 per people per person. So when I thought about making a shed that would last years, I thought that the best way to do it was with lumber and using plywood for the exterior. So since I'm an intern at a construction company named as WM Lyles, they a lot of times when they're forming for concrete or for other stuff, they tend to throw away like the leftover wood because they don't want to use it again, and it's actually good wood, like it's in good conditions. It's only been used like once or twice. And at the yard, we have a lot of like 2x4s, 2x6s, 2x8s, plywoods. So I asked them about if they would be interested in, if we were to ever do this in real life, that they'll be interested in donating the lumber, and they said yeah. So the only way I was able to find like a low budget door, hinges, windows, a fan, a bed, recliner, and home towel for the interior was on OfferUp, because everywhere else it was expensive and we were obviously going to go over our cost estimates. So I went on OfferUp and I found local sellers, and like the bed and the recliner were in good condition. The door was new, but I think had like a little defect on it. That's why they were selling it so cheap. And the window was also new. So for our foundation, we used concrete bags, because if we were to use actual concrete, it was in like concrete from like the trucks. It was going to be more expensive, and we used crushed rock for our for to put under the concrete. And then for the roof, we had to have a sustainable roof that would last years and it wouldn't rot right away. So my uncle works at a roofing company, and every time, every day, they usually have leftover like felt shingles that they usually just throw away because they don't want to put roofs that have like different color shingles. So I asked them if they would be interested in giving some away, and they said that'll work. And then for the news, we got free newspaper from like schools and companies that they don't need, that they're just gonna throw away for the insulation, so it could be cool inside when it's hot. And then I came up with an idea of putting a gutter on the roof, so like the water could go down and residents could like collect it and boil it to use for like actual like cooking or drinking. And I found a solar panel on Wish, and the residents could use this solar panel to get light inside the house or use the fan. And it wasn't expensive at all. So the cost of the project, it was in total, it was $287. So we're below the budget by $13. And we saved a lot of money like on the OfferUp items and like on the free stuff. So like I said, the wood was free, which was the 2x6s, the 2x4s, and the plywood. It was free, donated by a construction company. The offer up door was $50. The offer up window was $30. The solar panel on Wish was $16. It was like 15 and change, so I just rounded up to 16. The fan, I found it on offer up for $75. The crushed rock I used for the foundation, it was $45 per yard, so we only had to use 1 yard. The roof felt and shingles, it was free. And then the concrete bags, they were 40 pounds each, and there were 56 for 10 of them. The door hinges, we used two, and they were also on offer up for $5. And the recliner was free as well, and the bed and the tile. It was like I saw on offer up that they're donating or giving away, like I gotta say, like 300, 400 square feet. So we're able to cover the interior of the shed. The newspaper was free as well, and the gutter was like $10 from Home Depot. So that came out to $287.
I'm Brenda Juarez. I'm in charge in the initial designs and the 3D model. First of all, we just plan to have a simple shed, like where a person could sleep, eat, and if it's possible to wash their hands. For this, we plan to do a 8x8 square area and plan over there the shed. So as we can see here, this design is a, is made by 5 feet 9 inches in this side of the wall, but it is because I use a brick materials over here. But well, this wall is 5 feet long, while this is 3 feet long. This one is 4 feet, and the other walls are along all the area that they are 8 feet by 8 feet. So we plan to have a little square over here just to have a shade for the person, and in case if it is raining, so the person could not open the door and get wet. For the elevations, as we can see in the west in the west side that is here is the biggest elevation because we plan to have a foundation of at least 9 inches or 6 inches, while all the elevation is about for 8 to 9 feet. The east side elevation, that is this part over here, we planned to have it like a little bit with a foundation of obviously of 6 inches to 9 inches, but this elevation should be lower to have a slope on the roof. So this elevation is about 7 feet or 8 feet. And the south elevation, that is this one, shows the window and the door. We only plan to have those entrance for light, and they are also in this plan. We can not see well the elevation, but I made it a 3D view using SketchUp to show better the model. Or for example, in this 3D view, we can see how it's gonna look like the model, we are planning to have a sink over here, a table to eat, and over here is going to be over here a bed that that faces to the window. So for a SketchUp, and according to the materials that we can get, we plan to do this, a structure of wood, the foundation with cement, and the roof with any other material. So as we can see here, we have an 8.5 elevation, while here is 7.5 elevation, showing the roof with a slope of about 1 feet, one half inch elevation. This will help to the rain to not get in that roof. Um, and we at the end we had this 3D model design using just the materials that we can get for under $300.
All right. Next we have is the $300 challenge project. This is just the poster of what we wanted to do and the aspects and the materials, the meaning behind the project, inspiration, the specifications, the design, the cost. This part of our project just really talks about what we're gonna use, and the behind the scenes of the project basically is what we're talking about, and also the costs, and as I said, the designs, the inspiration for this house, for this small house, is that we chose the specific type of roof for that this so that the water won't damage the roof, and the water will just slide off the roof and won't damage it and won't cause leakage inside the house. It'd be a lot easier for the water to slide off the roof without ruining anything about it. So that's our inspiration of the roofing, and the inspiration of everything else is basically in the poster, and it talks about the abstracts, everything that we're going to be using inside our project.
So we overall thought and reflected that this was an interesting project, and we would do it again if we had the opportunity to do so. And this project is unique because like we had never seen it, and it was interesting because it got your brain working. Like you started to have to start thinking like, what could I use so it won't be so expensive, and how could this last for so long if it's so low cost. And it made us work together in teams to overcome the task, and we did. We actually were able to come up with something quite interesting. And thank you for your time. This was Alejandro.
This is Josh.
This is what Brenda.
Thank you.